Hi, what's up, you guys? It's Rojo, and today we are going to talk about fixed signs. So, what does fixed mean? Fixed is a modality along with cardinal and mutable. And what fixed means is it's the middle of every season. So it's the middle of summer, winter, etc. You know, the seasons. So yeah, they're the middle of each season, with Taurus being the middle of spring, Leo being the middle of summer, which makes sense. Scorpio, the middle of fall, and Aquarius is the middle of winter. So fixed is kind of like the instincts that each zodiac sign that falls under the fixed umbrella has. Instincts that are more along the way of impulses. They're more like action first, consequences later type of folk, which may or may not get them into trouble sometimes. But they're the ones that have a story lined up for you, because not everyone powers throughout life like that and has that point of view. So they're just super entertaining. They're very tunnel vision-esque individuals. So if you send them 5 text messages, best believe they're only going to reply to either 1 or 2. It's just like, are you even reading my texts? And it's just kind of frustrating sometimes, because it's like this person goes through life somewhat needing you to hold their hand, but they'll never admit it. It's very someone who just only looks in front of them and never really behind them. Think of it like people in stores who are in the way and you're like, can you please move? They didn't even notice that you were there because they're too busy being focused in their own thoughts and the reason why they're at this store. Little bit tendency towards lack of consideration towards others. They're very only aware of their point of view, so they're more likely to blame others around them instead of take on the fault, because it's really just what they saw, which can be frustrating. However, fixed signs do have advantages similar to the other signs. It's not all bad for the fixed signs. Although I'm sure that we've met a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius that has rubbed us the wrong way. Unfortunately, fixed signs, they have the ability to carry out tasks. So a cardinal sign can poop out 60, but they'll probably only ever carry out a small fraction of these ideas that they think about. Fixed signs, they're kind of more stable, so they're able to achieve their goals. They just power through and they just like charge, because they're very goal oriented. They have goals that basically The way that they want something to go is their only object. So whatever it takes to obtain this goal, they will power through because it's what they want. So I give them props because they know what they want. How many times do you run into people that don't know what they want? It's super frustrating, right? So fixed signs, they're always going to tell you who they really are. There's no like flipping the switch. They're like, take me as I am or watch me as I go. And you gotta admire them for that. You either hate them or love them. So you know how Geminis and Libras tend to get like this rep of wanting to please everyone? Fixed signs, they're like, I'm only here to please myself, hun. So yeah, they're very driven. You know, on days where it's like mutable, you're kind of more like, I don't know, what do you want to do? And it's like frustrating because you don't really have the energy to put forth to continue what you gotta do, what you gotta get finished. But for fixed sign days, you kind of just do it mindlessly. Regardless of the way you do it, it gets done. I just admire that. Another benefit of a fixed sign is that when everyone's more laid back and doesn't know where to eat, they're the one to be like, you know what, I'm feeling this place and we're all gonna eat here. So we all need a decision maker. It's only when fixed signs make others feel like they're not being heard is when people can't really stand that energy. Taurus is fixed as well as Earth, so that's how they get that bull stereotype because they will not budge. Have you tried pushing a 4-ton rock? It's probably going to be hard. That's an example of their stance with things. Once they want things to go a certain way, it's just going to go their way or the highway. But trust, you will always know where to eat with a Taurus person because they know what they want and they'll tell you. Leos, they are a little bit more on the aggressive side in terms of enforcing the way that they want things to go. And if you don't carry out with their requests, it's kind of like an insult to them because you're not listening to them. So yeah, they can just come off very controlling, and it really just depends on their mood. If they're feeling like a little bit more down on themselves, everyone else will definitely feel it. But you know, if they've had a good day, they want to extend to everyone. It's all or nothing, really. And a lot of famous superstars are Leos because they were stubborn and really wanted to carry out their goals. Whatever their goals, they'll achieve it. Gotta admire them in that department regardless. Scorpios, they're also really fixed in their ways. They're fixed water, so it's like, how could water be fixed? I know, it's crazy, but they're very fixed to their ways. If you wrong them, they will always remember that emotion. Very fixed. They remember the way that situations and people made them feel, and they will always hold on to those feelings. All of the fixed signs tend to have their own way of controlling environments, and part of that is definitely affecting people's energies, whereas other people's general approach is changing their energy to fit the room. Fixed energies, however, are the ones to change the energies in the room because they have an unbreakable energy due to being fixed. And Scorpios, they exercise control in different means. They're very calculated and a little bit more behind the scenes. But they'll tell you what they want, but if they feel like they won't be able to get what they want out of you this way, then they'll find a different way to do it. They know how to manipulate your emotions to achieve just that. And Aquarius is a fixed modality as well, fixed air. Once again, how can air be fixed? It's crazy. Aquariuses, they are just at that point where they will not take shit from you. You know, they're just very analytical, so they can analyze the situation and bend it to what they want out of it. They're like the masters of their craft of being fixed, whereas say a Leo will probably just like verbally tell you what they want. An Aquarius will read the situation and talk about what's appropriate and then slowly inch their way to the outcome of the goal they want to achieve. They're always going to be natural students, so they have that to their advantage because the other fixed signs are kind of stuck in their own way and only being focused on themselves a lot of the time, so that's kind of where they rub other people the wrong way. Aquariuses are kind of open to being like aware of their behavior and wanting to correct the cons of being a fixed sign, such as being a bit more mindful of their surroundings. So that's kind of why you might get rubbed the wrong way with the other fixed signs, but Aquariuses are kind of more self-aware and they have a humanitarian approach towards things. So yeah, that was all I had to say about fixed signs. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for making it all the way through this video. I appreciate your support. Tune in for mutable signs. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Hey, come here. Come here. Bitch. Come here. I love you. Come here. This is Nuggies. She is my fixed moon child. She is a Taurus fixed moon. So she wants things to go her way. She's very impulsive. She loves to bark at other dogs. Regardless if there's disciplinary action towards her, she doesn't care. She wants to bark at other dogs, so she's not going to ignore this impulse. Such Taurus moon.